Yo, crypto nation and mining family, what is going on? What is going on out there, guys? And of course,
Smoke weed every day.
yep, it is 420 today, April 20th. 420, National Pothead Day or Hitler's birthday, depending on how you want to look at it. Coincidentally, yes, they both happen on the same day. These are facts. So I hope everybody's, getting it down.
Smoke weed every day.
I'm just saying. So how is everyone doing today? As you guys are sliding on in here, don't forget to smash that lizardy like button, guys. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Yo, I know I'm a little bit late, but actually just kind of trying to understand some stuff here and doing my own research, and then I looked over and I'm like, oh damn, it's a little late and I did not set up nothing for the stream. Oh no. So I had an idea of some of the stuff that I was going to be talking about, but I had to briefly brush up on some stuff too, and time just got away. It's like, oh, snaps. So I had to set everything up really quick on here. So hopefully everybody is, getting on in now. Certainly drop some FAs in the Chizity chat, guys, as we get on into things. I know whenever I do these and I don't remember to get the stream out fast enough, or, everybody gets a late notification to come on in here. So while everybody's getting that late notification that I am actually live and all of that good stuff, let's go ahead and just kind of look over the horrible market. I mean, literally, it's a horrible looking market here. I've been telling it to you people that we can have a nice little pullback from here. It is very much feasible that we are going to be testing out some support levels. This is healthy, guys. It depends on which support levels we'll end up testing off of, guys. If we were to, kind of look at it from my better chart here instead of that one, let me pull up my better chart here. So the biome. So, remember how I was saying we might be putting in a head and shoulder? You kind of want to look left on the chart. And if you look left, that's a bloody head and shoulder. Yo, Craig, what up, my dude? What up, my dude? Hopefully your wisdom teeth came out without too much of an event. And you are surviving from that, my dude. I didn't want to bother you during the whole time, so I'll give you some time to, recuperate and all that good stuff. I had all 4 of my wisdoms taken out at one time. Probably like the first 3 days, I did not want to deal with no one. Oh yeah, bro, whenever you're done healing up, get a hold of me. We'll talk. I totally get this one. Whenever you said wisdoms, I was like, ooh, that's at least a week. Oh my god, man. It felt like I had 2 golf balls in the back of my mouth, dude. I was like, oh god. It was horrible. But the drugs that they gave me, man, it made me feel pretty good, so yeah, it's like, I don't know how you did it, but I did it to where they just twilighted me. So this is how my day went before I had my wisdoms pulled out. So whenever I went and talked to the doc, I was like, hey, look, I have a needle phobia. And I'm gonna stress the hell out, and I might not come in. And I'm like, is there a way that we can make this like where somewhere in the back of my head, my brain gets turned off or something? And he's like, we could twilight you. You guys ain't ever experienced that. Whoa. Like, they give you something to go to sleep the day before, so you don't have that anxiety trying to go to sleep. I got up, I felt like $1,000,000. And then an hour beforehand, they say, take this pill. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll pop this pill. And I don't know, about 20 minutes into it, I was like, I looked at the wife, I stood up, and I was like, whoa. It felt like I had just drank a 12-pack of beer. You know, good beer, not Bud Light. And I was like, hey, I think it's time for us to get going. Because we were, you know, the dock's like about half hour away. The last thing I remember before one little blip. Okay, so I remember opening up the door to leave the house. Then I proceeded to remembering, I looked up and off to my right, and I looked at the rearview mirror. And I saw 3 cars, and I'm like, whoa, I'm seeing triple. And then I'm on my way home. And I kind of remember kind of halfway puking because of all the blood. And then I remember being at home. I mean, it was just like 0.2 of a second here, 0.2 of a second there, and home. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to lay down because I was still, my stomach was like just turning. Oh my God. And I went and laid down. I woke up and I had the gauze still back there and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't move. I couldn't even open my jaw. Yeah, I feel you on that one, dude, man. I remember. So I definitely, yeah, hit me up whenever you're ready, man. I don't want you to feel any pressure. I know your pain. They gave me an anxiety a pill like that. Worked well. Yeah. It was not FA. No, siree. And I'll tell you what, even years later, after having it done, there's like a couple of crevices, and they still feel funny. Doing over there, cat. Still feel funny to this day. Like a little bit more sensitive. We'll just put it like that. So, yep, we are looking at Bitcoin potentially bouncing and doing a dead cat bounce. That's what it's basically what it's setting up to do, guys. They call it a head and shoulders because it'll complete the cycle, right? Bam, comes down a little more and then rides out usually. Noise wheeling, noise. So I mean, with the market kind of just, I think it's gonna do what they call a dead cat bounce. Should roll over a little bit and come back down a little bit more, and potentially, I mean, basically what ended up happening is we got rejected at just below the $31,000 Bitcoin. You know, blew off the top a little bit. Coming back down. To me, this is healthy market movement for a proper recovery. So, like I said, we might test down the lower level, which would be at 24,000. Otherwise, we're probably going to be testing out the 26,000, since that was a line that we did bounce off of 3 different times. So it could be a mini support line where we can trade out sideways and let the market kind of blow the top off just like that, or it's just going to drop out. It depends on how the market really moves here, with the way that the governments are responding with things. that's having major impacts. UK talking about having regulations here soon within the next year that gives people uncertainty and stuff like that. I look at it as a nothing sandwich. Yo, what up? What up, Sadie? Oh man, Crypto Crag can't even have his left-handed cigarettes. He can't even have right-handed cigarettes for that fact. No right or left-handed cigarettes. Just saying. Not after having wisdom teeth pulled out. You'll dry socket and you will have the most miserable experience. Yeah, I have watched people do it because of smoking cigarettes or left-handed vapes. You know, dry sockets ain't no joke. Just saying. But oh yeah. But talking about that, Sadie, this one's for you.
Smoke weed every day.
Like, hey, I'm not taking any chances on that dry socket. You will experience a pain that is. I haven't experienced it myself, but I have had women tell me this, that they were like, I'm not sure exactly what was worse, a dry socket or giving birth on drugs. It's like having all the drugs that the docs give the women, to kind of help them with the birthing process, right? Oh my God. Yeah. I've had people tell me that because, like, when you dry socket, your world stops. So yeah, dry sockets are nothing to mess around with. Nothing to mess around with. That's not the problem, Wheeling Crypto. It's even drinking a pop through a straw can give you a dry socket. Just to let you know, Wheeling Crypto, it's the act of putting a vacuum into your mouth to draw pop in through a straw or take a drag off of a cigarette can pull the clot out of the hole, and your world will stop. You might be lucky and never experienced it. Dear God, I don't want anybody to ever experience that. I haven't. I learned from others. That's just how it is. I will learn from others. I know. It's weird that somebody would be able to, like that. Actually, I had a woman explain it to me that they were like, pulling dry socket or birth. They probably will pick birth. Oh my God! You tempting fate over there, Wheeling. Man, you just neglecting for punishment. And you know what I'm talking about. You should know better. I'm just saying. Because then you can get infections with a dry socket. I'm just saying. I mean, you're an adult. Do what you want, dude. I just don't tempt fate. But as we're seeing these higher speed SSDs, guys, they are now starting to want to push the limits of cooling capabilities on here. If you get one of these little fans on a cooler, these things do work, okay? Especially with the active cooling on it like this. But not a whole lot. I'm going to put it out there like that. It's borderline gimmicky, but it does have a cooldown rate, a little better than a lot of the other ones out there. But this fan in there has a whistle to it, dude. You will hear this outside. So if you're trying to build a quiet PC, do not use this in any way, shape, or form, guys. Even these do all right, The problem that I have with these, and I've had few people also point it out too, is unless you're laying these things down flat where these cooling stacks can go vertical, they're usually going horizontal out, which puts the heat pipes at a disadvantage for the thermal wicking capabilities. So one of these block ones are a little better, but once you get into these taller ones, you want them to be vertical, like the way it's standing in the picture, and then you want to have like at least some kind of airflow going through it. This way, you can dissipate a little bit of heat around this thing. But a lot of this stuff is going to be pretty gimmicky overall, so kind of keep that in mind too, guys. I mean, at least that's from what the data that I tend to see off of it. I know that once they started putting the fan onto it, they're a little better in this configuration. All right, but you're giving up the noise factor out of this thing. So note to self: these are like little 90 millimeter fans, and they have a specific noise. I'm just saying. If you're having these for like a chia farm or something like that, that might be beneficial to you, depending on how much heavy read and writes it's doing on that particular SSD. And if you're trying to keep that your chia farm quiet, again, this is not going to be the tool for you. You're going to be looking at something with a vertical fin stack on there, and then putting on like a standard Noctua fan onto it. I'm sure you could put like a Noctua fan into here, but again, even because it's a 90 millimeter fan, this thing is going to have it. It's going to be noisy for what it is. It's just how it is. Especially if they're going to have any kind of thermal impact on the cooler itself. All the early ones, all the reviewers on them have been talking about how noisy they are, and I do not see this being any different. They're trying to get these optimized newer SSDs that have the crazy read and write speeds on them that could be utilized for chia mining or something like that. So I'm not really big sold on them. If I was like thoroughly worried about it, I might look at maybe doing a water block onto it. This way I can actively wick heat away better. But in the configuration of this, it depends on the configuration of your case and all that stuff too. But again, anytime that you're laying the heat pipes horizontal instead of having them vertical, you're not getting that heat rise condensation, bringing it back down to the heat source so that it can restart the process. That's basically what you're trying to do. And as soon as you take that and lean it on the side a little bit, you really do put a lot of it at a disadvantage. I mean, we know that they do it with the GPUs, but if you sit there and you stand them up a little bit, you get a little bit better thermals off of them and the same heat load underneath the same workloads. So, I mean, look at all the GPU, a lot of the GPU miners. You know, we're all putting these things vertical. Why? Because we're letting the heat rise up out of the radiators, all that good stuff. So I would be more curious to see why they're not putting in two of these fans. This way they can get the full stack on here, completely covered by fans. And if you're going to lay it on its side, you'll have more of an optimization with 290 millimeter fans on here with heat pipes. And then you're basically making a miniaturized GPU where you've got enough fan to basically keep some kind of optimization with the heat pipes laid on its side instead of a vertical orientation. Again, it's just my thoughts on it and what I've seen statistically from other coolers in the same category like this. They're cool designs, don't get me wrong, but I think that what you're gaining off of them is nominal overall. Let me know if you guys have overheating SSDs ever that actually impact your read and write speeds. I mean, let me know, even if it's in a video, if you're watching this video after it's live, drop a link, a comment down below, what you guys, if you've ever experienced an overheating SSD that actually warranted putting in a fancy cooler to optimize it back. It's like even if you're chia mining, and for any of you chia miners, I know Crypto Bedell does the chia mining. So if, Bedell, I mean, do you have any overheating SSDs or hard drives in any way, shape, or form? Thermal's out of control that you need to add extra cooling. Since I know you have done the chia mining, and I think I'm not sure. Are you still currently chia mining? I don't know if he's still here, whatnot, but here's something that if you guys caught me about a year ago, I started talking about this about a year ago. I heard it, a little rumor that we were going to be getting some new memory type. SK Hynix, bam, the first 12-layer HBM3 memory from SK Hynix at 24 gigabytes per module. If you guys are unfamiliar with HBM memory, it's high bandwidth memory, super crazy fast memory. Makes the standard GDDR whatever variant look like it's a potato. And they basically park these HBM memory modules right next to the VGA core on the GPU. Where did we first really start seeing this in the wild? Vega series, guys. The Vega 56, the Vega 64, the Radeon 7. That's all HBM and HBM2 memory. Now we have HBM3 memory, 24 gigabytes of memory. I wonder if we're going to get a new Radeon card, guys, or if they've actually sunsetted the whole Radeon project for the like the Vega series. So the Vega series was just an amazing card for what it was. Had some quirks about it. I mean, you're looking at more of a workstation style card made for the general public. And it had some inherent issues with there. If you guys follow Red Panda, his famous code 43 for basically whenever the HBM memory took a dump on it. Basically what goes on with it is the HBM memory gets really hot. It's flowing a lot of power through these things, through the netware, the little pathways in the chip. Unfortunately, if you just go, I'm done, turn off the computer, walk away, that chip is still hot and it's radiating heat out. And now with the fans of the cooler being off, you're no longer getting more of the cooling capacity from the cooler. The cooler heat soaks up, and to a point, if it's warm enough, it basically cracks the die, shorts it out internally. I'm wondering who's going to be coming out with the new HBM3 variation first. I would love to see a new Vega series card with HBM3. It'd be amazing to see that. Now, is there anything that's going to be able to really utilize this at its full potential? Well, Ethereum Classic, of course, but not much after that. So, I mean, outside of being a workstation card and basically an enthusiast card, you can do some light mining with it, but it depends on how the VGA core is on it. If they bring back another variation of a Vega series on here, it depends on how beefy that core is in comparison of using the HBM3 memory modules. If they end up doing that, I'm not sure if they're going to, but be pretty interesting. It's also been announced an industry first development, 12-layer HMB31 product with a 24 gigabyte memory capacity, the largest in the industry. So with that being said, I would expect to see it being the largest in the industry so far with this style of memory. We're probably going to see it in enterprise first. They're going to recoup some of the research and development funds that they had to go into doing this chip. And then they're going to start, rolling it out to the general public in other variations. But again, I would love to see another Vega lineup utilizing this memory. I'll be very happy. I don't know about you guys. FA in the chat if you would like to see another Vega series card, guys. I run a DWD Black 4.0 NVMe in my gaming rendering rig. Cooling never an issue, but I know it's slow relative to some other newer SSDs. Yeah. I mean, I don't know anybody that's ever like, I need to have cooling on my SSDs. I know, right? See another Vega card, guys? Hell yeah, F to the A! Because you guys are rated F for freaking awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't actually see if they have any. I'm still waiting for the full, what it's capable of doing. Let's see here. Did they say anything here? This technology can process up to 819 gigabytes per second, meaning that 163 full HD movies can be transmitted in a single second, guys. Oh, there we go. There's some numbers. Scroll down. Holy cow. That is crazy. It's like Radeon 8 for the win. Yeah! Oh my god, that would be insane. I mean, imagine you're playing a game and it's like, cut the movie scene. And it's already playing it. You're like, wow. I know. Bring back ETH mining again, or make ETH mining great again. It'll do good on Ethereum Classic. Think of it that way. I wonder how much better it would be in mining, or could an ASIC utilize HBM3 memory modules for better efficiency for mining Ethereum Classic? Now that's a thought. Could we possibly see? I mean, I've never seen any of the ASICs using HBM style memory. I know that my old E3s, they've got GDDR3 memory modules in it. Yep. GDDR3 memory modules. Each chain had like 4 gigabytes of GDDR3 memory. So could we see one of these ASIC manufacturers finally, even if it's grabbing HBM2 memory and making it a very efficient miner out of it and just dominating onto Ethereum Classic? Because that's what it's going to be used for. Any F hash, ETC hash algorithm at that point, right? We got some thunderstorms coming in. Thank God I have a battery bank on my PC so the electricity can do whatever it wants. My computer is protected. Never plug a main PC into a wall unprotected. Always have a battery backup that's capable of supporting your computer for a few moments so that you can save your progress and shut it down. And here's some interesting stuff. It's like I always like something interesting. This caught my eye right here. Texas gold-backed digital currency project. They're gonna make. This has kind of been done before, guys. Not sure how old you guys are. I'm an old fart. I kind of remember some things from back in the day that they've tried to have digital gold back in the day. And the digital currency project, decoded for April 3rd to the 10th, while Ted Cruz and Ron DeSantis attacked the idea of the American CBDC, Texas lawmakers proposed to create a statewide one. If they're backing it 1-to-1 with gold, cool. I am perfectly fine to integrate cryptocurrency with a gold standard. I have no problem with it. I actually would encourage it. Let's make money honest again. I'm just saying, guys. So, I mean, we are looking at the idea that, here we're going to be looking at a CBDC coin, which is pegged to absolutely nothing and non-transparent. A gold-backed digital currency would have to be transparent that it can cover the spread of 1-to-1 on its gold peg, and make money honest again. I actually would encourage all governments to get on board with this because it's honest money. But a lot of places won't do that because they don't want to have money that they can't just inflate at will. Oh, we got some bills. Hey, turn the printer on, Bob. No. That's why they don't want the gold-backed currency. That's why they'll never repatriate the gold. Because they don't want to be held accountable. If they were to be held accountable for gold, the dollar price, oh my Lord. I mean, we would be definitely looking at some interesting stuff. Man, it is pouring out there. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening. Ooh. So, I would be more in favor of this over most other things. At least this would be honest. I don't know what your guys' thoughts on that. I mean, do you agree with that? Would you actually utilize a gold-backed cryptocurrency? Patel's like, we had hail yesterday. Man, I didn't have any hail yesterday. It was just kind of raining. It's just pouring today. It's like green outside. I'm getting Mikkel's Crypto Mikkel's storms up here. It's like, Crypto Mikkel, keep your crap over there. Sharing is not caring in this case. It's just pouring out right now, thundering pretty good. But it's like, it'd be interesting to see this being implemented. Regulations announced for for settlements and stuff like that. Hold on here. They're like combining a couple of different things up in here. But yeah, it's just going into a different article. Oop, I went too far down. That's what happened. So certain crypto mining companies would also not receive a reduction on state taxes for participating in the program for this too, for their Texas power grid. There's like a lot of stuff that's been kind of going on with all of this stuff going in Texas, and how they're trying to figure out how to internally regulate the cryptocurrency industry, with trying to make sure that they come into Texas, which is smart, and trying to be and allowing them to be innovative in the state without being too much of a load onto the state. I do know that there is that one Bitcoin mining facility out in Rockdale, Texas, and they are basically setting up the infrastructure themselves for the power they're about to be using. So as long as we see more companies stepping up and doing that stuff and not relying on the electric company to set up the infrastructure that they're going to be needing for all of this. Like 770s and 850s sold out. Great deal, though. Good find. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, the 770s and the 850s. Solid, dude. They are totally solid. But this coming from a person who's... I've got 2 spinning discs, an SSD, and an external 3 terabyte. What up, Golden Wolf? Yo, what up, my dude? What up, what up? So, I'm actually kind of excited to see what Texas is going to be doing with this digital gold-backed currency. Let's repatriate gold. That's basically what it's intended to be done with it. Just saying. I look at that as a net positive. Another thing that's like a net positive, guys. Montana right to mine crypto bill passes the House. The legislation is already passed on the Senate in February and now will make it to the table of the Governor Greg. I can't say his last name. The bill seeking to enshrine crypto miners the right in the state of Montana successfully passed its third reading in the state of representatives. Now is the only thing that's required is the governor's signature. So bill number 178, prohibiting local authorities from obstructing the crypto mining operations, was passed during the third reading, 64 to 35 on April 12th. The legislation had already passed through the Senate voting in February, but again, it's just waiting for the governor to sign this. He has the right to veto the bill, but will unlikely be doing so. It'd be foolish on his end to go, hey, I don't want that stuff in my state. I don't like to create jobs. I don't like to have people making money. I like to disenfranchise people and keep them poor. No, they're not going to do that. Of course. They're going to be looking at it as well. If we can bring a new industry into our state, that's taxable events that we can bring in. It's revenue that they can bring into the state. They'd be foolish to sit there and try to discourage that in any way, shape, or form. I was testing, well, I didn't test out Ironfish, so I'm not sure. I wasn't testing out that one. I was testing out, what is that, Paprika coin on Gminer. I was just starting to do some of the testing on that, and that's also what made me lose track of time a little bit. I haven't gotten around to Ironfish only because Peppercoin. Yeah, I haven't checked out Ironfish only because there's no real place to get rid of it. It's like I was looking into some of that stuff. I was definitely looking into it, but not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Just to be honest, guys. Just to be honest. And get right into the topic of today. Senator Warren blames you that the price of energy is going up. It has nothing to do with the war on energy. It's people using the energy is the enemy. People who pay their bills are evil monsters, according to Senator Warren, in my opinion here. Let's get right up on into it. So Bitcoin mining and increasing energy bills, Senator Warren versus crypto Twitter. She's been ringing the alarm about the risk that Bitcoin proposes to the power grids and climate. If you're sitting there and saying that electric cars are eco-friendly, then anything that is just only electric usage is in the same category. You cannot have, this electric usage is somehow good for the climate and this electric usage is bad for the climate. It's either the electric usage is good for the climate or it's not. You can't just sit there and single out, we only approve of these electric devices to be utilized. The whole climate thing with the energy, they said that there's people who are doing studies on this stuff and showing that if they were to sit there and do this full transformation away from any kind of burning of energy, we would only be dropping pollution rates by 1.8%. 0.8%. I'm sorry, 0.8%. So, it's like nominal with what the cars and trucks are doing across the world. As Senator Warren flies around on her, her non-electric airplane that's private, that burns A1 jet fuel, which is a form of diesel. It's like diesel, it has a lot of power behind it, but, it has a little bit more emissions behind it too. So, yeah. So, she wants to blame us that, grandma's electric bill went up this week. It's because of us. 100%, right? That's basically what she's been sitting there and saying, but she wants to say that for every bit of electricity is being used, this is how much of a carbon footprint it has. Instead of going, well, if you look at it that way, electric cars have the same carbon footprint. Why are we not demonizing that? But why are we blaming the customer for power usage when it's the electric company and their infrastructure? If you want to change it at the source, not the finish line. The customer's the finish line. That's the electric company bringing their product to market. You're wanting to look at the environment on everything. That's fine. Go after the people who are producing the energy. Go after the energy, the fossil fuel burners. Go after New York Times for cutting down trees for paper or newspaper. Make them go full digital. You see how easy you can just spread out and be like, well, it looks like you are now just isolating in on the one thing and focusing in on something that's using electricity. If the electric grid can't handle it, that is of the power company's discretion to be able to upgrade it. And quite frankly, the power grid needs to be upgraded. Period. We're looking at in areas, whenever they first put power in, they're on the same lines. They never updated the lines. Bro, I've got there are people in my neighborhood that are still going through the old lead lines for the telephone to get their internet. There are a lot of infrastructures that need to be updated. To sit there and blame it on crypto, especially crypto mining, we utilize less than 1% of, or like right around 1% of the total global power grid. It's like there are way bigger energy users. If you want to sit there and start picking on people using too much power, go after Google, go after Amazon. They use a lot of power. Go after Facebook. They use a lot of power. Oh, yeah. Oh. We got Automatic Beats coming in here with that.
Smoke weed every day.
Just for you, my dude. and it's really funny, and it's even funnier that Michael Saylor chimes in on this. It's like Bitcoin mines. Here's Elizabeth. Bitcoin mines are increasing energy bills for millions of American families. No, that's the cost of energy going up, and it's costing the power company more in fuel to be able to create energy. Make us energy independent, and it goes down. But she wants to gaslight us literally into believing that lie, that it's the consumers of the power grid that is the problem, and it's not the people who are creating the energy being choked out from being able to do that here in the United States, so that we can have energy independence. And with the energy independence, energy all over the place becomes cheaper, in the life in basically the cost of living and cost of goods come down. But they want to put these damn freaking blinders on and be like, oh, no, fuels are bad, we can't burn nothing. Needless to say, there's still coal-fired electric facilities, diesel electric facilities, natural gas electric facilities. Green energy is less than 17% of the electric grid, people. They're literally trying to gaslight you. And you have fools like Elizabeth Warren sitting there and lying to the American people. She knows damn well it's because that she refuses to help make us energy independent. She's on this hell-bent destruction of destroying our energy here in the United States and basically making us weaker than we were 20 years ago. These are the people we need to start voting out. You want to make a change? This is how. But Michael Saylor chimes in on this. He's like, Bitcoin miners decrease the energy bill for millions of American families and do not create pollution. They are data centers running on excess electricity that would otherwise be wasted and perform a vital role of powering the most secure computer network in the world. Bam. I love that. Eloquent, easy to sit there and digest what he just said. That's like a big old mic drop there. So why are these, what is he talking about whenever he's saying that it is stranded power? Because that's basically what he's talking about, stranded power. Why is there stranded power? Oh, gee golly whiz, the town was put in place to support an industry. What happened to the industry? Moved to China. What do you have there now? Stranded energy. So the more that the power company has to turn on equipment, the more money the power company makes. The more money the power company makes, trickle-down economics says that the consumer, the mom and, us at home, our power rate should go down, not up. The only thing that's going to influence that is the cost of fuel. The fuel, what they call the fuel adjusted cost. It's baked into everybody's damn bill. Fuel adjusted cost. It's the cost that it takes them to purchase the energy they need to convert it into electricity, guys. And it ain't cheap. And it's going to get a whole lot more expensive. And you're going to have her sitting there chiming in some more, going, look, see, we have more. We should be banning it. And not and not telling the American people the truth of they screwed up, and the energy price is now higher, and that fuel adjusted cost is now doubled. It's like, I'm sorry, the electric company knows that people can't afford it. The grocery store knows that people can't afford it. But as energy goes up, if it was just mining, it would only be happening in the power grid. but because we see that at the stores when we go buy groceries, that our grocery bills, that we're spending now 40%, 50% more to buy our groceries. That's how you can see that how the energy is impacting everything. Forget all the goods and services that we can buy with our dollars. What influences the value of our dollar is the amount of energy we can buy with it. And it don't go as far as it used to. I mean, we've had quite a few years of the destruction of the dollar. So yeah, I mean, we're looking at that and going, oh my god! And there's crypto companies in Canada that are doing hydropower, and those companies are trying to, we don't want to give them power because they gave them sweetheart deals, and they're realizing that they can sit there and renegotiate contracts if they have the power and be able to get more money, and they're tied up with these crypto companies. So yeah, you can also have greedy corporations getting involved here and really just shafting the people over. But if the cost of doing of energy is really high, I understand. But we're talking about a company in Quebec, Canada called Hydro-Quebec, and they're giving all the miners hell trying to go to their parliament to get parliament, their government, to allow them to cancel the contract with no penalty. Yeah, that's how you know you got corrupt businesses somewhere. That is the shady stuff that they do, unfortunately. And you people talking about that Iron Fish, guys, yo. So Iron Fish's main net, I think, is launched for today. Might be already live or whatever. We're talking about 42 million tokens distributed to insiders, foundation, and community members, and to incentivize testnet participants. I already don't like this. That one sentence alone. The Iron Fish Genesis block will include 42 million tokens that will be distributed to insiders, foundation, community members, and to testnet participants. That is like, no, I can't support that. That alone. This is the stuff that I hate. I don't care. They got a GUI. They got a GUI wallet. They got and you need to get the CLI client to be compiled, or a GUI wallet. You could sit there and mine this coin if you're going to participate in it with it. BZ Miner, Regal, and SRB Multi. Your mileage may vary on which one is going to be working the best for you. I think it kind of depends, in my opinion, on what platform are you on. Are you in Windows? Are you on Linux? You what kind of mining OS? Hive OS, Simple Miner OS. Will depend on which one will perform a little bit better on their platforms. So mileage may vary, kind of play around with it. I'm probably not going to participate in this stuff. So, I mean, at the time of these people writing, their advice would be to opt out for the SRB Miner Multi. At the moment, it seems to be faster than the other two option, about 3 times faster on NVIDIA 3070s in their testing for themselves with similar power usage. Another good thing about Iron Fish mining algorithm is that it's a GPU intensive one, being Blake based, so the memory can run at the minimum operating frequency, and you can use a GPU offset to lower the frequency, lower the operating voltage to reduce power usage. In fact, if you mined Caspa, Radiant, or any other recent GPU-intensive crypto coins, you should have a good idea on what settings to use for the GPU clock, offsets, memory clock in order to optimize performance at this point. So, I mean, makes a very good point on that last part there. But I don't know of anywhere where you can dump these coins off onto, and I don't see any trading pairs as of yet. That will change, of course, over time. Here is their abstract, guys. So this is the Ironfish Network. I always kind of still to this day, I will go look and see if they got a white paper. What is their white paper in detail, what they're looking for. So the beginning of it is like an introduction. A lot of them have that. This one's all right thought out. It's got more in there than some of the other poop coins that I've seen in the past, guys. So, I mean, the network on here, they're talking about the node randomly selects one bootstrap from the node from a provided list and opens a WebSocket connection to it. The user has a specific node that they want to connect to during the step. They can configure the file command. There are other people who have shown how to sit there and get all of the startup sequences for the network to get going for yourself, getting the wallets, your storage, data structure models, and stuff like that. I mean, they go into it with enough information to say, okay, these people have. It's not a copy paste type of deal. That much I do like. There's a lot to ingest in there. They put some coding in there. If you know what this all consists of, it'll make sense to you guys. So I mean, you'll be able to find them on GitHub, all this stuff. Oh my God, you too? I've been having the same fucking problem. Been having the same problem. I woke up this morning, or was it this morning? No, yesterday morning, with the rig, my 3080 rig at full power. I come out of my bedroom to use the bathroom, and my fan, I can hear it from the back of my house. A 1500 watt server grade power supply was wailing away. Oh my Lord. I'm thankful nothing got damaged. You had 25 rigs do that? Oh, good God. I had 5 rigs do that. Yeah, I think I'm on the new version already. I believe those are already. Let's see here. Oh wow. I am not on the latest version. Definitely not on the latest version. Posted the link in the DCA general chat. All right. Good to know. Good to know. I mean, but to get back to, but good to know. And do you have to do that in the custom miner? No, just paste it in the run command. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and try this. Try this copy and pasta thing. Am I showing anything I don't want to show on here? No. I can do this. Yeah, it's this rig's running a little warm. It's needs some fans replaced on on the rigs. It's not very happy. Mikkel can only do so much in a single day. Ah, come on. All right. I've actually never tried it from there. I'm used to doing it through the shell. We can do it this way. There we go. Now it's doing it. Hey, mine updated too. Not bad. All right. Mine just updated too. But bam. I know, right, Crypto Craig? I woke up. I looked at my rig a few days ago with my kingpins, and the kingpins were all full power for like 12 hours. I didn't even know. Because like my kingpins are all water blocked, so the temperature never went crazy on it. Wake up, your rig's burning power like crazy. Hells yeah. Absolutely crazy amount of power. So does anybody have any other comments or questions? Yeah, my rig actually looks like it's doing okay. We'll see. Any of them that are still using BZ Miner? We'll see how it goes. Yo. I didn't get any extra gigahash for updating that, but I guess I don't think so. Hold on here. No, I got the same amount of hash rate. And I'm on 510 7305 driver. But these are 1070s. So the 1070s didn't see a performance bump on it. And my one rig turned off. Beautiful. Hold on here. I got to reboot a rig. Hold on. My one rig decided to turn off a while ago. Not too horribly long ago, but long enough. And I do not know why. All right, so does anybody have any other comments or questions before I get up out of here, guys? Hey, my rig's coming back. Ooh. How's the chickens? They getting big. They getting big. I'll be doing another video release on them this weekend. But I guess I can give you guys a sneak peek real quick. Hold on. Let me grab one of the girls. So here's got the chest feathers, full wing feathers. We got some tail feathers coming in. You didn't seem like you were comfortable there. There you go. So, bam. She's cute. Yeah, we got chunk and vision. Yeah, getting some adult feathers. All right. So, all right, cool. That rig's back up and hashing here. My wife should be home here in a moment. So, I know they grow so quickly. This is like the end of this week will be 3 weeks. So, tomorrow will be 3 weeks. Like, in 1 to 3 more weeks, 3 weeks at the most, they'll be ready to go outside. Mother clucker. Yeah. I've got 5 chickens. 4 brown Americanas and then 1 white one. So does anybody have any other comments or questions before I slide up out of here? Well, with that being said, I got Mikkel on the line here. So, guys, thank you everybody for being here. All that good stuff. Certainly smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Thank you everybody for being here. If you guys are new here, certainly join the Discord links down below. If you would like to have your rigs hosted at the family, mine, guys, Certainly get into the Patreon. Links down below. Get into the pseudo hasher tier. This way you can guarantee yourself VIP access to the facility, guys. I want to make sure that all of you guys have room on our shelves. I want to make sure you have first dibsies. Yes, sirree. Otherwise, if you're not interested in that, certainly join the Discord. It's always free. Love to have you. It's a great community over there. With that being said, peace out. Stay savage. And may your watts be low and your hash be high. I'll see you on the next one.